So as for the biblical sources regarding hastening death or praying to death, so Moshe prayed to die in kacha ato seli hargeni naharog in matzati chen beinecha vial era beraati. And the Sifrei Sutta, which is a midrash on Parshas Vayikra, Parshas Vayikra, Sefer Bamidbar, Sefer Bamidbar, says here, Moshlin oso mashal lamaha davar domed le'echad shaya yotzehu banav leharig. It's similar to a person who's being let out and his children to die, and he says, you know what? Please kill me first, so I don't witness the death of my children. Kamoshehu Omer b'tzidkiyahu v'espanai tzidkiyahu shachtu le'inav. Ela hargeni tchila ad shelo tachremes b'ni. Kach amar Moshe. Moshe said the same thing, so I don't see the punishment of Bnei Israel. So, we have this concept of death is better than life. We see that even from Moshe Rabbeinu. Eliyahu Hanavi also prayed to die. It says Vayishal es nafsho lamus in Melachim Aleph, pasuk 19. And it says Vayishal shal me Hashem lakacha nafsho lamus bidei shamayim b'tzudas David. It says that he also the Radak by Yonah praying to die. Yonah also prayed to die. Kach na es nafshi mimeni shalo erev beras Yisrael kamosh amar Moshe Rabbeinu mechenina misifrecha. Similar. Achitophel is interesting. He had more of a actual suicide. So whereas Moshe, Eliyahu, and Yonah prayed to die, Achitophel actually committed suicide. And it says, Chana Chatzatzma, Metzudas David explains that he strangled himself somehow. Ki hamin me'ata sheDavid yachzor l'malchusa, because he realized that David was coming back to kingdom and he was going to kill him as a mored b'malchus. He was somebody who was rebelling against him. So Achitophel, so he was going to get revenge on him. So look at the Maharsham, Shalom Mordechai Shwadron, 1835 to 1911. What he writes here, he says, the reason why Achitophel is listed as one of those people that doesn't get a chelek in the next world is not because he killed himself, but because he was married b'malchus. So it's interesting that he is not faulted for killing himself because he was a married b'malchus and he was chayav misa, so he knew he was going to die anyway. But the implication of the Maharsham is that if somebody was chayav misa or it was inevitable, then the killing is not so much a suicide. It's sort of interesting. Zimri may have also committed despondent suicide. So Zimri was, of course, king for only 1 week. He did a coup, and then it says Vayisrav alaves beis melech ba'esh bayamos. Now, interestingly enough, both the Radak and the Metzudas David imply that actually he did not commit suicide. Imri saraf al Zimri beis hamelech sheniska ba u'mei Zimri. That really Omri killed Zimri, and Zimri didn't commit suicide. But the literal translation is that he did commit suicide. And another, on this page, the 4 lepers story, desperate suicide. So the 4 lepers went into the Aramean camp, even though that was the enemy, because they ran out of provisions and they figured, what good is it? We're going to die anyway. So they went with the intent that they might be committing suicide. It turns out that they lived, but that is a common example used by the halachos, showing that you're allowed to risk chaye shah in order to get chaye olam. It's learned out from the story of the 4 lepers, even though, by the way, they weren't holy people, but it's a story that is told in the Bible and it's used as proof for that. But the point is that there was desperate suicide. A couple more examples. Shimshon, and this is actually the next page, so I'll stop here and then we'll continue with number 3 right after this.